So the day has arrived and Nintendo Switch 2 is now officially in the hands of thousands, potentially millions of people around the world. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are finding me for the very first time, please do me a favor, smash that subscribe button. The like button also helps, but I want to build up the channel. So the Switch 2 is now officially out. You go online, you see people like waiting around in lines that wrap around Best Buys and GameStops and everything. And it looks like this thing's going to be a massive hit. Now, I have my Nintendo Switch 1, the classic one. I still got it right here. And I play from time to time, nowhere near as much as I used to. Like, I used to be all about the Switch. I love the Switch. I still very much like the Switch. I do think the Switch really changed the way a lot of us plays games. Now, I did not pre-order Switch 2. I was going to. I did the direct and I watched it and I was super excited for everything they showed. Mario Kart World, all the third-party support, the upgrades to Zelda. And then I saw the price. And then I just saw the nickel and diamond. And I don't care about the $450 for the console. I think that's a fair price. I'm not paying $80 for Mario Kart. And judging on some of the reviews I've seen, a lot of people aren't thinking it's worth the $80. Not only that, you look at something like Tears of the Kingdom, it's $80 just to get the Switch 2. You get like Breath of the Wild 70. And it looks like Nintendo was just really nickel and diming us. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to hold off. And to be honest with you, one of the reasons why I decided to hold off is because I love my Steam Deck. I love my Steam Deck. My Steam Deck can do everything the Switch 2 can do, minus the first party exclusive. Yes, I can't play Mario Kart World or any of that on here. Yes, I get that. But they're promoting Cyberpunk on the Switch 2. Like, look how good this runs. And so I can do the same exact thing on the Steam Deck, get better performance and all that stuff. So really, when it came to the Switch 2, I'm happy that everybody else is enjoying it. You don't know how, like, I am jealous. I am jealous that I don't get to experience that excitement and happiness. I wanted so much to go there on opening night at a midnight release. I have not been at a midnight launch in a long time. And I wanted to get it, and I wanted to play through some of these games. And unfortunately, I looked at it, I just didn't think it was worth the investment, right? $450, I'm perfectly fine with. I don't feel like Mario Kart in any world is worth $80. It just doesn't seem right to me. Like Mario Kart, $80, it just doesn't seem real. And I can't believe Nintendo did that. And now it just sets it sets the mark for what they can do. Like, oh, we can charge this and people will buy it. And that really makes me sad. I love the Switch. I love it. And I figured, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep my Switch for a little while longer. One of the biggest games I want to play is going to also be on the first Switch, and that's Metroid Prime 4. Is going to be on the base Switch too. It might not run 120 frames per second. I don't need it to. As long as it's running at 60 frames, I'm perfectly fine. I can still play Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild. I can play all these games on my base Switch. I might not get 60 frames per second, but I also save like $800. So, like I'm not going to go out and drop $500 on a console and then $80 and $70 for the Switch 2 versions of these games. I'd rather just save that money, play what I got now, and then upgrade to the Switch 2 in like a year or two. Like when the economy is a little better, when there's more games in the library that are like I must have, I'll just go ahead and get a Switch 2 down the line. I don't really need it right now. I can go out there right now. I can go to GameStop and just buy it. But why? Why? And to me, I feel like it would be more responsible for me just to not do that. To not fork over the money to Nintendo, wait for there's something to actually be worth it in my eyes, maybe a new Zelda, maybe a new 3D Mario, and I'm like, okay, I want that now, and then I'll go out and get it. Right now, I'm just having fun. The Steam Deck can do all the third-party stuff the Switch 2 can do, but better, and as for the first-party stuff, for the most part, I can get it on the base unit. I am a little salty about the expansion pack upgrades. I do wish I got the GameCube the expansion pack on here, as well as the N64 like CRT filters and stuff. That's the one thing that I'm really salty about. As a big retro gamer, I want that on my base Switch. But that's gonna be something I'll look forward to when they start filling out that GameCube library. They got Wind Waker. Okay, start adding some extra stuff in there. Then I'm down to get the Switch too. I really am cool with Switch 2 just for the GameCube and backwards compatible library, the retro stuff. That's what I'm looking forward to when it comes to the Switch 2. Not Mario Kart World. I'm sorry, $80 just seems a little much for me when it comes to the Switch 2. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to hold off on it. I'm not going to spend the money. I'm going to wait like a year or two down the line. And I have so much games right now in my backlog on my Steam Deck and other stuff. I'm fine as is. Plus, we got Space Marine 1 remastered coming out in like a week, which I'm really looking forward to. So, yeah, I'm just kind of going back and playing my backlog. But I am super jealous because I don't get to experience what everybody else got to experience going to the midnight launch. I missed those days, and I wish I could have done that. But unfortunately, I just feel like it's very irresponsible for me to do that and spend the money on something that I truly, to my core, feel isn't worth the money. But that's just my thoughts on it, guys. What do you guys think? Please leave your comments in the comment box below. Smash that like and subscribe button, and I will catch you guys all next time.